So I'm going to be sharing my screen, and let's see what are the tools that we are going to be covering today. Yeah, so since we all know that today's session is about creating digital interactive worksheets, and we are going to be covering a few tools depending on how fast or how slow we pick up. How is THT beneficial to teachers? We have seen that, and we have a community and we have a website, which we are again going to come back to. Now, why to make worksheets? First of all, we all know that worksheets are a form of assessment tool. So it enables the learners to do their work virtually, especially in times like these when we are online. We need to be preparing worksheets. And apart from preparing worksheets, which are found in umpteen numbers on the internet, what we need to be doing is we need to be customizing them, right? So probably if the worksheet has a logo, so how do you remove that logo? Rather than doing that, you could also make your own worksheet rather than, getting into the copyright of someone else's work. You can create your own work. So we're going to be covering how do we do that. To be able to customize worksheets as per the learner's need, to help create a bank of worksheets which are customized by you. So you can have worksheets grade wise, subject wise, higher grade, lower grade, as per the standards that you teach. You can brand your own worksheet. You can have your name written at the bottom, like a copyright, so that if anybody else is sharing, it shows that it is something which is made by you. You can even sell your worksheets, because we have a website which provides content. So once you have prepared your worksheets and you're probably done with a set of 5 or 10 worksheets, you can make a bundle of it. You can upload it on our site and you can sell it, because now is a time where teachers are going to be looking at exchanging worksheets with one another. So if we can help one another, then nothing like it. So let's look at the challenges. What are the challenges that we face when we are preparing a worksheet is, number one, we don't know which tool to use, right? We don't know whether we should use Canva, whether we should use Adobe, whether we should use Word, or whether we should use a PowerPoint. So the whole thing is that we're going to be discussing what are the different tools to use, and maybe we can get into the detail of any one tool. You feel that I'm not creative enough, I don't know which image to take. What if I take an image which is a copyright, and I get my school will probably land into trouble for using that image, because I will be circulating it online. So there are lots and lots of doubts that come into our mind before we actually start making or designing worksheets which will be shared online with our learners, or probably which will actually become a copyright for our own use. So let's address those doubts. Now we're going to be talking about Canva. Now Canva is an excellent tool. Y'all can make notes, and we're going to be doing this exercise together, because I want you all to understand Canva and create your own account, and also be able to do certain tasks with me as we are here today together. So Canva is basically nothing but it's a platform. It's a web service as well as an app, right? So you can download it on your this phone, or you can even access it on your website. It is a graphic design platform that allows everyone users to create social media graphics, presentations, posters, infographic content, and it is available on both web and mobile, and it integrates millions of images, fonts, templates, and illustrations. Now Canva, my dear friends, is such an excellent tool for educators and students that instead of doing everything from scratch, Canva gives us a ready-made design, and all that we need to do is either use that design if it appeals to us, if that is something that we are searching for it. But if you're not happy with that design, then what even you can do is you can edit the design. So what I want all of you all to do is, let's click on this link. I want all of you all to maybe click on the link and be with me first. We have Canva in education as well. Okay, I will take you to the website. So what all of you can do is, you all can open Canva on your laptop or on your phone simultaneously and start logging in, start creating a login for yourself, because today we are going to be getting inside Canva and probably learning to make a couple of worksheets to get a hang of using Canva. Are you all okay with this? Type yes if you all want to go ahead with Canva. If you all can type yes in the chat box if you would like to go ahead. Any doubts? Yes. Anybody has any doubts till now?
How to click on the link?
How to click on the link? All right. What, madam, you can do is, you can go, if you're on the phone, you can download the app. from your app store. If you're on the laptop, you can just go on the browser and type Canva, Canva. Let's do it
You
together.
have to
I'm
go to
also
the app
sharing my
store
screen.
and click.
You can download the app from your app store. Yes, you can do that. And I'm going to be going and showing you. I'm going to be stopping this share and taking you online. Can you all see my screen, which shows canva.com?
No,
Yes.
no. Downloading and then installing, no?
Can you all see my screen, which shows Canva?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So now what you can do is, if you're on the website, it says you can get started with Canva. It is very simple. You can sign up with Google, you can sign up with your Facebook, or you can create your ID and you can log in. So I already have an ID, so I'm going to be logging in with my personal ID. Now, when you're putting in a password over here, it has to be 8 or more characters with letters, numbers, and symbols. Now, Canva is asking me whether I'm a teacher student, whether I'm going to be using it for personal use, or I'm a not-for-profit, or a company, small business, what am I? So I'm going to click on teacher, because when I click on teacher, it's going to verify, and it's also going to give me a package, which they are giving during the lockdown time. So what packages, what they are offering is get Canva for education free. That means we get loads and loads of worksheet templates, lesson plan templates, absolutely free on Canva. We get to manage our classroom. So for example, if you have made a worksheet and you want to assign it to your student, you can also assign it to your students with the same login, and the students can log in and do the worksheets. Then you can even check whether the students have attempted their work. So basically, Canva for Education becomes like a tool for a teacher to not only create worksheets online, but also to collaborate with your students and learners online. You get thousands and thousands of worksheets, templates, PowerPoint templates, even images, which we all struggle. So many times we have to go on Google, find some image, and then we wonder, oh my God, should I use this image? Is it copyright free? Or we get into clip art and then we don't find an appealing image, and then we feel, okay, we have to make do with whatever we get, which doesn't even look good. So here, Canva solves all those issues, right? So you click on get verified now, or you can do maybe later. So I'm going to be clicking on maybe later. Now it also says you can invite your team members. So if, for example, if you're working in a team with your teachers, so let's say all math teachers, so you can invite your other math teacher to, collaborate with you. So if you're making worksheets for grade 5 and you're working with your subject teacher, so you can mention your subject teacher's email ID out here. So for example, if it's Sheila, so you can mention Sheila at whatever, Gmail or your school name, and she will get a notification to join you. And then both of you can create worksheets together. So you can have 4, 5, as many teachers, subject teachers who can join you in this. We have 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4, 5. And we can invite more people as well. So similarly, if there are students who are working on a project, students can also do the same, wherein the teacher shares the student's email ID, the teacher invites students, and then the teacher and the students can actually collaborate on a project. So the teacher knows that, okay, the students are making progress, they have attempted a worksheet, they have designed a presentation which you can look, and you can even suggest changes on the platform itself. So you can just leave a comment and you need not be online with them to suggest anything. So this is how Canva works. Till now, any doubt, anybody would like to ask any question? It's pretty simple and self-explanatory, but in case there is any question, then I will stop here and I will be happy to take the question. Can we proceed ahead? Can you, if you want to proceed ahead, then just type yes in the chat box and I will know that I can proceed ahead. All right, thank you so much. Now we move ahead, and here I'm clicking on skip. Now let's start our first design. Now as a teacher, what is it that I want to do? I want to create a worksheet. So in this search box which you see out here, I'm going to type worksheet, and it gives you instantly choice of math, English, social studies. So I'm just going to click on probably worksheet, and let's see what comes up. you're going to be surprised by the amount of templates that are available, and which makes your work so easy as an educator. It has never been so easy, believe me. Rather than going on the internet searching for those images, here we get everything ready made, and most of it is free. Some of it is, of course, the images are copyright, for which you have to buy the Canva account. So we try to make use of images which are not which are free rather. And even if you were to buy the package, then it's something which is very nominal. It's not something which is very expensive. So you, along with your few educators, can pool in and can actually buy the paid package of Canva. Now let's look at the worksheet which says I'm selecting this template. I'm going to increase the size out here. Can everybody see the screen? Type yes in the chat box if you can see the screen. Yes?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Absolutely. Now, this worksheet is a ready-made worksheet which is already there on Canva. I have picked it up. Now, let's say I want to edit this. So what am I going to do is, I'm just simply going to click on it. Now, it says to edit anything, you need to click on it, right? So for example, if I click over here on this image, or let's say I want to click here and edit this heading of the worksheet. Okay, so instead of what time is it, I would first like to add name. So I want the name of the child to be written on the top. So I'm going to do that. Then I want to add my school name. So I'm just going to decrease the font. Now, how do you do that? Now, on the left side here, where my arrow is, you see text, you see background. Now, if I want to add something, or I want to upload something, if I want to remove this image, let's say I want to remove this. Okay, so I'm going to delete, press the delete button, and this is going to go out. I'm going to press the delete and it's gone. All right, so I just want, let's say, 3 images. I move this over here. Now I have typed the name out here. Now I want to decrease the font over here. So I'm going to go to add a subheading, name of school, or maybe you could say grade. So we have name and we have grade. And I'm going to delete this text out here. Now, did you see how I edited this worksheet in less than 5 minutes? I put in the name, I added the name of the school, and I have put in the grade. Now, did you see it was as simple, not showing worksheet? Are you all able to see the worksheet? Because Anjana says she's not able to see the worksheet. Please type yes if you all are able to see the worksheet that I'm showing right now to everyone, that we are editing right now. Yes. Okay, Anjana, maybe sometimes you need to log in and log out again to be able to see your screen share, because sometimes with Zoom, screen share does give a problem. That's what we have been experiencing in our webinars as well. So maybe you could log in and you could log out and log in again, or stop maybe and start again. Yeah. So over to the editing that we were doing, we have added the name, we have added the name of the school, we have added a grade. Now, in order to edit this worksheet further, what I will do is, what I want in this worksheet, I want children to draw the time and write down the time. So I'm going to delete this 7 o'clock that was mentioned out here. I will click on it and I will delete. And I'm going to delete this as well. Now, what the children have to do is, when you give this worksheet, you can either print it. Now, first we need to save it. So let's save the worksheet. I'm going to delete this name, which looks so big out here, and I'm going to reduce the font. Maybe I can write my company's name, which is, if you want to create your own name, you can write your own name. If you want to write maybe your school's name, you can write your school's name out here. This can become the grade and the name of the student. This can go up. And now what we need to do is we need to download this. So you see on the top right, there is a button called download. Type yes if you can see the download button. Can you see this download?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
absolutely. Now we need to go and click on download, and then it's going to ask us whether you want it as a PDF or, now this image is available for $1. So what I will do is I will not pay and download. I'm going to make my own. So I'm going to delete this. Now I'm going to go into the tools out here. So when you go into more, it gives you tools which you can use. You can choose a background. You can choose your, so I'm going to draw a circle. So I'm just going to go into shapes. Elements, yeah. Now, when you go into elements, it gives you loads and loads of clip art like drawings. So you remember when we use clip art, we type the category of the image that we are searching. So for example, if I'm making a worksheet on, let's say, people. So in the clip art gallery, I type people and then I get all the people images together. So similarly here in Canva, what they have done is they have a heading called elements. Now when you go into elements and you get the search button, you get into the search button, you can click on whatever image you're searching for, or if you just want to explore, then when you go down, you will see shapes. Now, if I want a circle and I want to create a worksheet and not pay for that worksheet, because it said that you need to pay $1, so I'm going to create the same worksheet and I'm going to click on this circle out here, and here it is. I can customize it to suit my needs. I can give it any color. The outline is purple right now. If I want to change the outline, you see style out here, color. I can change the color. I can make it black outline. Any doubts till now before we move ahead making the entire worksheet? The first step is to get into Canva, login using your email ID. Then you get into the account that you have created. Then, for example, if on the search button, if you're typing worksheet, you get hosts of worksheets that Canva already has. You select probably one. Try to choose the worksheets which are not watermarked. The ones which are watermarked, you need to pay for them. So you will not be able to download them without paying for them. You will have to pay $1 for those worksheets. Now you will search for free worksheets. Now when you type free worksheets, you will get the templates. You pick up any one template that you feel you would like to probably edit. I'm not saying all the worksheets are ready to use. You will have to make some customize. You will have to customize it and you will have to make some additions, some subtractions in those worksheets to suit your learner. Like for example, here I added my school name, I added the grade that, you know, I customize it, and then I am making my own clock out here. So instead of taking the watermarked image that was there in the worksheet, I'm creating my own image. So here Canva also enables us to make our own worksheets looking at what they have done. So that is also a very good way of, maybe I'm not very creative at thinking and visualizing how the worksheet would look. So here I can go, I can look at the paid ones, though I'm not going to use it, but I can draw inspiration from the paid ones, and I can make my own similar ones in this Canva. So any doubts till now in making worksheets, in coming to this particular platform to make worksheet? So can I move ahead? Type yes if I can move ahead. Can I copy paste some text into it? Yes, absolutely. You can copy paste. You can go onto your document. You can copy paste whatever you want to do. So for example, let's say we are making a worksheet for higher grades. So in that case, maybe we can start again. We move into, you can share it. You can download it. Now, when I'm saying download, it was a watermarked image. So I need to remove these images which are watermarked, which are Canva watermarked. I need to add my own images, and then I will be able to download. Now, do you see it doesn't say pay $1? Did you see that? Now I will be able to download because I have removed the Canva watermarked image from my worksheet, and I have made my own worksheet with one circle that you see out there. So even if I were to hand out this worksheet, let's say I will copy paste these circles, Control C, and I put here, and okay, one more, and I put one here, right? Now I want to add instructions, which is the most important, which we forgot in every worksheet. Instructions are the most important ones. So what I will do is I will add instruction out here. And go into text and scroll up. Add a little bit of text. We are not adding any particular heading. We are just adding instructions. So I'm going to double click and I'm going to say make the clock to show the following time. Sorry for the mistake. Make the clock to show the following time. So here you can mention the time that you want your learners to draw on the worksheet. So for example, if you want them to draw 9 o'clock, then you can write make the clock to show the following time. So you can actually have this instruction out here, and then you can have your text out here. Nine o'clock. Yeah, so they have to draw 9 in the first circle. Then probably in the second one, they have to draw maybe 3. And maybe in the third one, they have to draw 5 o'clock or 5:30. So whatever you want your learners to be doing in the worksheet is what instruction you will be giving out here. Is this available for Marathi language? I have a doubt. I am not sure if Marathi and Hindi would be available, but yes. So once you download the app, I do think they have a Hindi one, because I did see somebody editing it in Hindi. Now I'm not really sure whether it was done in Canva, but I did see it. I'll have to check that. Maybe I will get back to you after we finish with our session. So maybe I will get back to you on that. Till now, any doubts for this worksheet that we have created? Now, once we are done with this, we can download this worksheet. I'll click on download. It says it is preparing your design, and it is saved in my laptop. I don't want to print it now. So here it goes. It is already saved. And then all that I need to do is I can mail the same worksheets to my learners. Can we change the size of the worksheet? Of course, you can change the size of the worksheet. Let's get into that. Good question. So we have something called as style out here. You can even apply styles. So you can explore. This tool is basically, the more you explore this tool, the more you're going to get creative about the types of worksheets that you can make. So if you want to edit the size, you will have to start from the beginning, where you will have to choose the size. So let's say we make another worksheet. Please provide the link here to do the activity in future. I'm not sure which link you are asking for. Rakesh, I'm not sure about the link you're asking for. Are you asking for the Canva link? Yeah, please specify so that I can answer your question. So let's say we want to do a new worksheet. So we have.
Actually, I am asking for the Canva.
Yes, Canva link. Yeah, I've already shared in the chat box. You want me to type it out for you?
No, where it is, I am not finding, because in chat box I am not finding, because my
yeah, it's Canva, canva.com.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Now, let's say we want to go back. Now, this design of worksheet is something which is going to be saved into your account. So every time you log in, it will show you all this worksheets that you have already created. And maybe next year you want to edit the same worksheet. Then maybe next year for your students, you can even edit your worksheets, because it gets saved in the Canva account, in the Canva app, or on your laptop in the Canva account that you're working in. Now, let's say we go to home, and we want to create another worksheet. Maybe we want to create a worksheet for higher grades this time. So we type worksheet and we get these templates again. So let's get into language this time. And we get host of worksheets templates, which are already out here. Can everyone see the kind of templates that are available and the creativity that has been already put, which we really don't need to put, and it actually minimizes our workload. So let's say, I hope this is not watermarked because it doesn't show. So let's say if I'm selecting this, I selected that template and it took me to my workspace where I can now edit. So I'll just increase the size. Yes, can everyone see this worksheet? Type yes if everyone can see and everyone is with me on this.
Yes, ma'am, the
Yes.
worksheet is visible.
Can we upload our own worksheets? Fantastic question. Yes, we can do that. So let's say now here, this is a worksheet which is already made. For example, these are worksheets on synonyms. So if I want to change the word, I can even change the word, and I can leave this blank for the students to actually fill in the meaning. Right? So I can do that, wherein the complicated is on the left side and I leave this blank and the students can type the meaning of the word complicated. Now, similarly, if I want to upload something from my laptop, or if I want to upload an image, so I go into upload and it says upload an image or video. Here it is. It says upload an image or video. So if I want to upload an image, so I'll get into image. Now I have not uploaded any images prior on this laptop to use for Canva. So what happens is, once you start working in Canva, you will start uploading images from maybe internet to suit your worksheet. Now, if you have done that, Canva shows you all the images that you have actually taken from the internet to be included in any of your worksheets. Now, I have not done that over here. I have not used any image from internet, so it's not showing any image. But what I can do is I can upload an image from my laptop. So if you have any image on your laptop, so I'm not using my laptop, I'm using my husband's laptop, so I don't have any images out here. But what probably I can do is try to get something. Let's see on the desktop. if we have any image saved. Downloads, yeah, downloads will have some images. And here the images has already come. Now, if I want to use this image in my worksheet, all I need to do is create a space where I want the image to be included. So maybe I need to delete this and I need to make my own worksheet. So I can delete this. I click on it. Yeah, so this is a watermarked worksheet. If you can see the watermark over here. So if I were to download this, it will ask me to pay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this and maybe I can delete this. And let's say I want to give a worksheet about a description talk, or maybe a narrative essay. Maybe I want students to write a narrative essay or a descriptive essay on money, or the use of money, right? So I'll change the instructions. I've uploaded the image from my laptop. I went on upload an image, and now I will just edit the instructions out here, which says what does it mean to write maybe 20 lines on use of money. And then now this can move left, right. You can delete this. You can get this back. Now if I want to add, you can select a plain template to do this as well. And regarding the size, yes, the size is out here. No, it's here. So after you have made, you cannot resize it because that comes into the paid feature. So before you make, you need to choose the size. So I forgot about the size, but yeah, we can add notes, copy. It was here somewhere. I don't know where it disappeared, but it's usually over here. I don't know why I'm not able to see. Yeah, but you can change the size before you begin your work. So if you want a custom size, so for example, if you're choosing 8 by 11, then you type 8 by 11 and you create a worksheet. So if you want to make a landscape worksheet, then you type 11 by 8 so that it becomes a landscape worksheet. So you need to choose your size. I'm talking about a standard size worksheet, but you need to choose your size. If you want 16 by 4 inches as wide enough, so you can do that as well. So you can choose the way you want your worksheet to look, not necessary that the worksheet has to look like a standard worksheet in the vertical format. So you can create whatever you want to create. So I'm just going to delete this information out here, and yeah, and then you can probably even add a few elements if you wish to add into your worksheets. So let's say you want to add lines. So you select the line that you wish to add, and here are the lines given out here. So that your worksheet has lines in it, just to kind of depict that the students are supposed to write. And then you can copy paste those lines, as many lines, and just space them out in a neat manner. And here you go. or you can even leave it blank for students to fill in the blank space. So this is how we create worksheets on Canva, where within less than maybe 10 minutes, you will be ready with a worksheet. So any doubts till now? If anyone would like to ask anything, if anybody would like to maybe try something, or any feature you would like to explore, anything you would like to ask? Is it resize on top ribbon? Resize is a paid feature. It's not a free feature for Canva. So if you have purchased the pro feature, then the resize button that you see on the top out here, you can use it. So let's say I made my worksheets. Now I want to resize it. So when I click on resize, it's going to ask me to buy Canva. So I cannot do that. If of course, if you want to buy Canva, you can do that. Otherwise, you can select the size prior to making your worksheet. Any doubt till now? Now this was about making your worksheet, which you can download on your laptop. And once you click on download, it will ask you to save it as PDF or save it as GIF. You can create a GIF, you can create a JPEG. Now GIF, of course, now doesn't count into worksheets, but JPEG is something that is used in the worksheet format. So you can click as JPEG and download. It's preparing your design. And once it clears the bar, it shows it is saved. Now you can even copy this. It says copy the link. So if I want to share it with my friend, what I can do is, if I want to mail this worksheet, so I can only copy this and go to my email and then paste this link and share it with my students, or share it with my other subject teachers to have a look. So any doubts till now?
So if we share the link, in that case, do they have to download, as in type in their email ID? Do they need to
Yes.
have email
Yes, they will have to
registered
have an
with the
account.
Canva?
Yes, they will have to have an
Okay.
account. Or else what you can do is, instead of sharing the link, you can in fact just download the image which is already shared on your laptop. So for example, if you have the image which is shared on your laptop, so you can just save that image to your phone or to your laptop and share the worksheet. Instead of sharing the link, you download the image of the worksheet and then you save it as a photo, and then you share it with your students, or you share it with your WhatsApp groups or your subject teachers or your students. Yeah. Have I answered your question?
Yes, yes.
So now that we have downloaded it, we can use it as any other image. We can use it as an image to forward it. Yeah. So this is about making worksheets. Now, this was very, very basic that I have shown you all, where you can select a template, edit the template, upload an image from your laptop or from your internet. So if you want to upload an image from your internet, you go to your Google, you select the image that you want, save it on your laptop, and then upload from your laptop to use it on Canva. So you can be as creative as you can get, or you can, even if you're not very creative, doesn't matter. Canva helps you to get started. You can just select a template, you can play around with the template a little bit, and you have a decent worksheet ready to be given to your students in less than 10 minutes. All that they need to do is attempt the worksheet. Now, if I want them to, this was about worksheets. Apart from worksheets, what you also find in Canva is something called as infographics. If you type infographics and click, now it will show you unlock our entire library of premium templates free for 30 days. You can sign up for 30 days free. You can actually select whatever you want to work upon. So now what are infographics? Infographics are also similar to your chapter notes. So let's say you have covered a particular chapter. Now before giving the worksheet, you want to give them a revised form of template in a creative manner, so that they remember the important points about the chapter. So what do? How do you make that summarized worksheet creative? So summarized information is usually called infographics. which help you to present the entire vast information or the vast topic that you have covered in a one page format. Now, this is something which is widely used nowadays in our virtual classrooms, because after you finish a lesson, usually instead of writing down in the form of a note or in the form of a Word document, sending a Word document, what teachers are doing now are they're getting creative with infographics. So infographic is again something which you can develop with the help of Canva tool. So here, let's say I am clicking on one infographic template, which is already here. So you can get into home again. If no, you can select it here as well, and it will take you to the next page. But I'm going to go into my home again. Now you see all your designs. It will show you what I have worked upon. Then it says recommended for you. So you can make a poster, you can make a worksheet, you can make a presentation, you can make your video, you can make your infographic, which we are going to be making in the next couple of minutes. You can have an invite. So let's say you want to celebrate your student's birthday party. Can the download be on Excel, Word, or only PDF? No, it can be in a form of a JPEG, GIF, PNG, not Excel. As of now, we don't have download in Excel format on Canva. Can we make the students do the worksheet on Zoom? Yes, you can make the students do the worksheet on Zoom, but you will have to put it in Google Slide. Your worksheet that you have made on Canva, you can put it in a Google Slide and then share the Google Slide with your students. So that is something that if time permits, we will be able to cover. Otherwise, we will do this in the next session, where how you can make use of Google Slide, insert the worksheet, and then have your students do the worksheet right there in front of you without having them to print it. So that is also something which is possible in your lesson while you're delivering the lesson online. So should we get into infographic right now? Type yes if you would like to have an experience of how to make an infographic. Okay, so just a couple of minutes it will take, because we are already aware of the various options that Canva can help us with. So as I said, that invitation, now this is something again which is very widely used by educators, where, for example, if I would like to invite you all for a webinar, then I can get into the invitation template and take one template and design or work on it. Or if it is a child's birthday, and maybe, as a teacher, I would like to send an invitation to all the students to be present on a particular time, so that the child feels special, or how since we are not in the physical classroom anymore. So these are ways where we as educators can actually send invitations to our students, and they will be surprised to see that invitation coming in to join for a birthday party on Zoom, or however you would like to connect with your students in this virtual time. Now, it can also help you in making your card, your flyer, your story. I mean, you name it, and you have the option that you can make. You can even make your resume, which is very important. It gives you wonderful templates where you can feed your information and make your resumes. You can even assign a project to your students, where at the end of the year, or maybe in the middle of the year, they can be asked to make a photo collage of all the activities that you all have done together. So you can even ask students to do that, and it just goes on. You can make your blog cover, book cover, and you name it, and you can create a design using this tool called Canva. So it's a very important tool. And now we get into infographic. Now when we get into infographic, it's going to give us this option of template again on the left side of the screen, where it says that education infographic. Now, because I had typed as a teacher that I want to register myself as a teacher, it gives us education infographic on the top. Now, let's say if I want to choose free template, so I'll type free, and it shows us this. So we will select maybe the second one. Oh, this also isn't free. Yeah. So 5 ways to file your tax. All right. Now maybe I could have 5 ways to maybe save mother nature. Yesterday being Environment Day, this is what comes to my mind. Nature. So let's say you've covered a topic on environment and you want to summarize it. So you pick a template for infographic and you can give it the heading that you want. You can choose the background. So let's say if I want to change the background of this particular, I want to change the color. So I have this out here. We have effects, we have filter, we have adjust, we have crop, we have flip. So if I want to crop this top rectangle, I can crop it. If I want it to be there, I have it. Now I can look at background. So when I say background, it'll give me either these templates that I can make use of or solid colors that I can make use of. So I would like to go with maybe, let's say you can choose your color. So I'll go with a lighter shade. Or maybe I'll go with, okay, I need to select this. And here it goes. So this is how I can make it look. 5 ways to, I'll delete this tax. So I can even delete this and here it is. Here it is, the tax. Okay, I deleted the word tax and here I am going to be now making my infographic on 5 ways to probably save the environment or save Mother Nature. And then we can have first one, we can have the second one, we can have the third one. All that we have discussed in the classroom can go into this infographic. We can download the infographic and we can share it as an attachment with our students, or we can even download it as a picture and share it on WhatsApp with our friends and other fellow educators to let them know that this is something that you have created. So you go into download and it'll ask you to save as a PDF, standard, or you want to print it, then print suggested, or else JPEG file or PNG, which is a high quality image. So you can save it as JPEG or PNG, whichever, and you can download. It prepares your design and then you have your design ready. And it'll ask you to try Canva for free, Pro for free for 30 days. So this is how we can actually create wonderful interactive worksheets as well as summarized infographics to make our classroom more interesting, because now that we are into virtual classroom, we need to learn new ways and new tools to be able to present the information to our learners. No longer those word files look very appealing to our learners. So this is how you can add color to the same information that you were giving in the word file. You can add color and you can present your points in an infographic. So any doubts? Okay, so this was about the tool Canva, which I just suggested that all of you must have it in your laptop, or you must have an account. Either you can download it as an app or you can do it. Now, the Canva tool, apart from using it for infographics and worksheets, we also use it for a lot of other things like preparing invites, photo collage, maybe preparing a social media post on Facebook, or maybe making an announcement about something. And these are only ways where we can make our information appear more colorful and more appealing to our learners. Apart from this, let me share my screen once again. So we also have a few other tools which I'm going to be discussing, but we may not have the time to actually do it the way we did Canva right now. So this was about Canva. Then we have Adobe Spark. Now Adobe Spark is very, very similar to Canva. Now what I want you all to do is note down the name of the tool that is mentioned on the screen. Adobe, Adobe Spark, SPARK. It is a free tool And during the pandemic time, they have given access for the next 6 months absolutely free, unlike Canva Pro, where you need to have a 1 month where you have a 1 month to trial period. I think this is free for 6 months. Now Adobe Spark is again very similar to Canva and used for the same purpose, for preparing teaching content, presentations. You can even make your own website over here in Adobe Spark, where all you have to do is get your sign up done just like you signed up for Canva. You have to sign up for Adobe Spark. It is free for educators. Sign in, you can download it, and then you can explore the features. They are very, very similar to Canva. Of course, they give you more variety, and maybe you are tired using Canva and you have utilized maybe loads of varieties from there. Then maybe you can try Adobe Spark and be creative with this tool. So usually educators make use of these two tools and pick and choose combinations from both the tools to make their worksheets and make their presentations. And these two tools are used probably by 80% of the educators across the world. So please download Adobe Spark and explore this tool. And maybe for the next session, we can actually get into creating worksheets and videos and presentations on Adobe Spark as well. Now you can create your website as well. If the way I suggested is, let's say you are beginning with grade 5. So what you can do is you can get into Adobe Spark and you can create your website for grade 5. And it is very simple. You just get into the tool and it will show you how you can make. It is very, very self-explanatory, that tool. It's just that once we go through it, then you will get to know which tools you need to use. And the website is something which is again widely used, where many of the educators have prepared a website and they have invited their learners to be a part of it before they begin the academic year. So all the learners are together on that website and they feel that they belong to it. And that website enables you to even share information with your students, because it's your own website. You can upload blog, you can ask your students to upload blog and then share those blogs with one another of those grade 5 students. Then we have making worksheets using Word documents. That is very, very simple. Now Word documents are easier to make worksheets as well. So for example, if you don't have internet connectivity, you don't know how to use Canva, or you're confused, then the best and the simplest and the oldest way to make your worksheet is to get into the Word document, right? Create a border and then select images from the internet which are copyright free. Now when you're selecting images from the internet, instead of just typing the image of umbrella, like how we type umbrella image, you can type umbrella copyright free image. So when you type that, it'll only give you images which you can use without any problems. So even if somebody sees that image, nobody will have an objection. Or if you're using an image which is a copyright image, you can always mention the site from where that image has been taken. Now this is very, very important for all our educators. Many a times in our presentations, we make use of images without giving credit to the site from where we have taken the information or the image. So please, as a note at the bottom, mention that this image has been taken from the following site, so that everybody knows. And once you start doing that, other educators will also start doing that, looking at you, because after all, we need to respect each other's work if we are using each other's work, right? And if we cannot do that, then we can't expect our students to respect our work. So please ensure that you are able to follow these standard rules if you are probably picking any random image without knowing whether it's copyright free or not. Yeah. So these are the images that I had created on Paint, Microsoft Word Paint tool, in the Paint tool, where I had picked up images and then I had just edited them. And this is what I have created, these 4 images as a worksheet format. Now this is again one of the most oldest form of making your worksheets on Word document. And you can of course create clip art, make use of clip art images and make your worksheets very simple. Now these are ideal for maybe the lower pre-primary classes, but if you want to make more colorful worksheets and more maybe pick up images or maybe make it more challenging, then you of course you need to make use of tools like Canva and Adobe Spark. So any doubts till now? I'm not able to get into the details of every tool now, because I thought that it's better that we cover tool by tool. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm just making you aware of what and how we can make the worksheets, and maybe in the next session we can cover other tools like Adobe Spark, and then get on to Google Slides, and also get on to making worksheets using Word documents. Any doubts till now? Anybody would like to ask anything? So let me move on to the next slide. So now we have questions. So I'm happy to answer any questions which are related to use of any edtech tools, because edtech is something which is very close to my heart, and I have a specialization in IT skills. So the whole idea here is to make each other aware of the different tools that are available in the field of education. And believe me, every third day we have a new tool that comes up, and we are learning each and every day. So there are various tools like for example, if you want to have a quiz conducted with your students, then you can make use of Padlet, or you can make use of Quizlet. Padlet, Quizlet, both are tools which help you to quiz your students. So there are many tools, but today the whole idea was to actually get started with understanding how is it that you can create these worksheets without spending too much time. So that was the whole idea, because many educators feel that, oh my god, I have to make a worksheet, मुझे अभी image collect करना है, फिर मुझे उसमें details डालने हैं, फिर उसको beautify करना है. Canva has already done that for you. So we are thankful to technology now that we have wonderful tools available.